I'm ready. Give me 1 sec. Everything is set. Everything is done. How is everyone doing? Yeah, I had nothing to do tomorrow, or this morning, so I made a few comments. I made a few comments still available. I made also timers of them. I also made a few comments disabled and gone and changed them into timers also. And I made a new screen because I felt like making a new one and I want to actually do something interesting, to try something out with the new screen. And if you guys like it, I will keep it. Otherwise, I will go back to my old one. And yeah, you will see it in a minute. But yeah, and I was like, I'm gonna do stuff here, stuff there, stuff everywhere. I don't know. I had nothing to do tomorrow, so I wanted to draw. And I started drawing on screens. I was like, I can do this, I can do that. I don't know why I have energy too much. I've been sitting at home for 5 weeks. Like, I had to repair my portfolio. And that's done. And I mailed this Monday my work, like, my internship coach, like, is there something important to do this week? Do I know what? Because, it was like Monday 12 o'clock, didn't get a reaction from that one earlier before, because of course I was in close contact with someone who got corona. So I mailed that before. He said I will contact you. Didn't do that. So mailed him Monday, didn't get any response. I got today at 2 o'clock a response from him. Like, oh yeah, Juju, I forgot. Is tomorrow okay? I'm like, sure. Just like, god damn it. Almost a free week. Yeah. But I was thinking, since I actually wanted to bring my socials a bit more under the radar, I decided to make a screen with my socials on it. But since I also made a new screen, I've decided to do something back which people wanted to, but I never did. Because I'm still thinking I don't do this for the money. I'm never doing this for the money. I do this because I like it and I have fun. So, ignore the blue part in the middle. Is it going away? I tested this out before. Yeah. So, this is my quote-unquote new screen. It is something that I have to try out. But basically, chat will be on the right side of the screen. In the top middle part you have all the socials and everything how you get to it. The game is a little shorter than usual because I thought why not. Below will be followers, sub, and dono will be back. So if you like the dono, I won't stop you, but I still don't do this for the money, like I said. And yeah, you know why, but I felt like making it. I felt like making this, and it was like, I want to bring my socials more on their thing. So from left to right, it's my YouTube. Well, that should be known. Next to that is my Twitter. The above one is my username, and that one below that is my tag. So I don't know if you can find me on my username or on my tag. To the right of that is my Instagram tag, if you want to follow me there. And to the right of that is the Discord. We have a public Discord, ! Discord, and of course my Discord name if you want to contact me. I don't know if it's readable, but you do be you and you say it. Let's continue where we left off last time. The turnabout samurai. Gar, you've disgraced me for the last time, steel samurai. The pale moon in the skies cries for your blood. I can't remember this fake from the one stream I was. Oh, I was still reading. Okay, I'm not allowed to read, I guess. See you in hell, evil mess. Whoa! Ha! The warrior sword gleams inside the moonlight. One has fallen, but who? Only the moon knows. Don't miss next week's exciting episode. The Dark Messenger returns. Oh, is dit een bootje from Rosje server? That's live. Dat rockt! See you in hell, evil magistrate. Oh, stop even de boomerang. Oh, Nick, I didn't know you were here. Of course I'm here. Are you from Rosje server? I remember someone called Nintendo. Oh, there. You can, to be honest, I know Rosje server is more Dutch orientated. If you can talk English in chat, go ahead, but you're allowed to talk in Dutch. But I will talk in English. I'm tired. Yeah, I was bored. I made this because I was bored. This game. No, I've been 5 weeks sitting home because, of course, Corona lockdown, vacation, and then I came in close contact with someone with Corona, and I'm finally allowed to go out. And then I met my workplace coach, and he was like, not responding. So more home. You know. And he responded today at 2 o'clock. I mailed him Monday. He responded today at 2 o'clock. What's the surreal show you were watching? Ah, Nick, you mean you don't know the Steel Samurai? It's only the most popular TV hero for young people. Young? Like, how young? 10 years old. Then why the heck are you doing getting all excited? I'm only 17. That's 17. See? I'm a teen. Not like you, Nick. But how is your life? Let's be nice, streamer. I always make that joke. I always make the joke, let's be nice, streamer. Hey, don't talk to me like I'm your grandpa or something. I'm only 24 myself. Now watch it with me. He's really cool and it's really popular. When he has grade school, kids what they want to be. So Samurai was number 1. I'm not really worried about these kids today. Camps. Well, the Steel Samurai is over. It gets time to close up the office. I guess. Wish we had some clients. Montes Pestis Mattel. Mia's murder was the talk of the town for some time, but no one paid any attention to the Wright Cohen law office. I'm going to pay the rent this month. Not. I'm going to be living on the street. No, wait, I'm not really living on the street. You had your first day of school, and how did that land? Don't look at the bot. The bot is something new I'm trying out. I was like, I'm gonna make some new timers, and so if it's annoying, just say it and I will remove it and next stream. But I was like, I'm gonna make some new timers. And one is like introducing new people, one is like a project I'm doing on my own, and the other one is like, I have made 3. Oh yeah, Discord, another one. I'll be okay, I'm sure some big client is just around the corner. So, how's your first day of school went? I asked, but... And that time I'm gonna say October 16th, 8:14 AM, Phoenix Wright's bedroom. Alright, this is a kid show, huh? Is that my phone? It's not my phone. Hello? It's Phoenix. Nick! Maya? What? So early. It's still Samurai. Samurai got arrested. Huh? You mean the guy on the show? School was great and nice people. Is it like, isn't that supposed to be school, like great and nice people? They're saying it's still Samurai killed the villain. Isn't that what he's supposed to do? Yeah, on TV. Yeah, on TV. No, I mean he actually did it in real life. He skewered the villain with a samurai spear. Absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Like, if I may ask, what for education do you do? If I may ask, if you want to say, if you're not, that's perfectly fine. Just come to the office, quick, please, Nick. So, I'm really basic shit on school. You mean neither Dutch, English, to count, you know? Actor Real Powers was arrested yesterday. Powers plays the lead role in the popular sketch show The Steel Samurai, warrior of New Old Tokyo. He was arrested on suspicion of murder. The victim was Jack Hammer, who plays the villain known as the Evil Magistrate. His body was found still inside the Evil Magistrate's costume. The samurai spear was also found stuck through the body. Police believe this was the murder weapon and are investigating further. Or it's like basic shit on school, economics, history. Wait, I'm gonna turn on the heat. Stove. How do you call that thing in English again? Give me 1 sec, I'll still be here. Give me 1 second. Grabbing something warm. I don't know. Either I have way too much energy or... Oh, you're gonna become a teacher. Ooh, I already like it. And are you like specific for one subject or like overall teacher? Like I've been doing the past half year education and it was alright. There has to be a joke. No, it's a nightmare. It's still summer is over. The world is over. Whose cell phone is that, Rennie? Pick it up. Oh, it's my cell phone. Yes? Trying to go to office. What? Nick? It's the Steel Samurai. What? Yes, of course. You'll be right here. Let's go, Nick. Go where? You have the Steel Samurai down in detention. So you're going through the pub to Pabo. So that sounded so weird in English. Going through to Pabo. En maatschappijkunde. Zo. Is dat even... Was dat al maatschappijleer in middle school? I think let's go. You have different sides on those subjects. So I've decided this will be our first case. If you stop looking so mad at me, I will take it. Well, what should we do? What shit to do? You can just sit there like that. We have to get down to the detention center and meet the Steel Samurai. If you want to investigate a case or just do some sightseeing, I wonder. Pedagogisch medewerker. Ooh. You're going deep. You don't have enough information to make a case yet. Just admit it, you don't have a clue what happened. No, you just don't have enough information. Okay, Maya, I'll go to the detention center. How do I move again? Like I have done an MBO study for IT. I graduated, but in that study I found that there's a real passion for education. So I went to HBO at Fontes in Eindhoven, and I'm now studying IT there, bachelor, but it's not going well. I'm gonna say it almost, and maybe, you know. But my specialization is education because of that. Oh, it's you. Who? What's wrong, Maya? The same, in the flesh. Is that guy really him? What do you mean, that guy? Of course it's him. Will Powers, our client. That's him. What's it? I'm playing this game because I saw it by a friend, and it was like I played it a great amount of times, and he stopped at a point and was like, I should continue, never continue it. So I can remember something with him, but it was not this case. Was it this case? Maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but he definitely did it. Murder at least once, maybe twice. Oh, whoa, what are you saying? Yes? Something wrong? No. This guy will do a great start. I know you're disappointed, aren't you? Disappointed? Oh, no. No, it's okay. This is the real me. When I got the part of the Steel Samurai within the mosque, I decided I would never show my face in public until the job was over. It's a kids, you know. I didn't want to wreck their dreams. Oh. I guess it didn't matter. So much for dreams. I wonder what they think of the Steel Samurai now. No. Nick? What? He's a good guy. I mean, he's good. Yeah. He didn't do it. So you decided what are you doing? But like, do you really like education? Like, I've like been in a half year and I have a really close class, but it's like also hell. I've like 3 classes which I walked with, and I teach one of those 3. The one I teach, I got a really close bond with, and they even gave me something for my birthday, which is like. And the other 2, like the one is like was like in yeah, they call it. Yeah, we call it in the Netherlands a maatwerk class. It's like in doing over-year class. I could find them with them. They were like chill and cool. And they were all adults already. I got like one class was like 2nd years, and they were like, they were like pubers. Just coming out of that bedroom. Oh, describe it like that. You know, always that was really quick and that's good. You know, you wanna know something funny? If I look back at my study, if I passed every semester that I had in one go, I would have been done by now. You know? That's so stupid. Maybe you can start by telling us what happened. Yes, of course. It seems like it was only yesterday. Actually, it was only yesterday. The cast had come down to the Global Studios for a run-through. We went through a few action sequences at 10 that morning. There was a rehearsal scheduled for 5 in the afternoon. A reschedule. But when 5 came around and the staff gathered at the studio, the info message rate was found lying in a crumpled heap near the set. Is that really only 2 boys? Maybe in IT you would rather find quicker boys. What happens, like if you look at IT, there's more, you more likely encounter more boys. That doesn't mean girls can be under education. Same goes for like if you go to the nurse, like a nurse education, or like in the take care education in the zorg. You know, there's always more girls than boys, but they took off his mask and discovered that it was Jack Hammer, dead. He had been expertly skewed with the samurai spear. The samurai spear? Yes, the long spear that the still samurai, uses as a weapon. Maybe you could explain to me just what the steel samurai is? Nick! How could you such a thing? Kexi, hello, welcome to the stream. How's life? And what did you bring me to this court session today? Like... But, like... what did I say? I was reading dialogue, but... It happens in like education parts. Like in IT there are more boys, in nurse schools there are more girls. It is like, you think of like as something like of a predict what you shouldn't think of, but it happens. Doesn't mean that there can be boys on the nurse school, that doesn't mean that girls can be on IT. So, Nick, could you say such a thing? I'm sorry sir, I apologize for my partner. He's new to this and a bit out of touch with this world. Hey, who's new to this? No, it is alright, really. Still summarize the lead character in a popular kid show. Technique? Technical stuff? Ooh, interesting. And what besides, like, I know that you stream and such stuff, but like, what other hobbies do you have? What are your hobbies? I wonder. Still summarized the lead characters in a popular kid show. He walks the streets of new old Tokyo, fighting battle after battle against the evil magistrate and his minions. Of course, he never really defeats the evil magistrate, although I guess he did defeat him this time. I see. New old Tokyo, who comes up with these names? Who comes up with those names? Like, if I saw you so around the Worcester server, like, I didn't expect this type, like, the technique. But that's just a predict that I shouldn't have had people, but... I mean... Now, where were you on the day of the murder? Oh, the morning you came to the studios at 9. We worked through some action scenes until noon. Rehearsal was to begin at 5, but I was a little tired. So after lunch, I took a nap in my dressing room. When I woke up, it was after 5. I was late for the rehearsal. I hurried to the studio and found everyone looking shocked. They arrested me on the spot and brought me here. Hier schuift de muziek, cosplay, gamer en even jou. If I look now, Like, I like to draw if I don't have anything to do. I like to game with, especially more with friends, because if I do something alone, I tend to quit earlier. Also, I like to stream. I would like to do it as a hobby and never actually make work of it, but probably I do it as like a little side job. So, and I've like also content creation is something I really like. But I have indeed been on scouting too, and it is something I missed, to be honest. I know I can be scouting here somewhere in my city, but when I lived with my parents, I went every Friday to scouting. And every Friday I was like out in the nature, and now, if I look back on it, it's something I really miss. Like doing every Friday something, you know, weird, far away from home. And I've been an animal person. Like, I found was like a little eagle laying offside of the road in a grass ball, and it was like laying on a spot that didn't show. So I said that to my mother, and I showed her where that eagle was. She took it with her to home, and apparently that's eagle had like a little leech bite. He was sick, and I was like, oh. And I don't know if you know me, but I cosplay from time to time on stream. I'm an action hero. What will the kids think? I think you should probably check out the scene of the murder. Right, Roblox figures. I'll draw you on that. Oh, Nick, let's go! I'm heading to bed 10 bucks. She has extra autographs. So that's our little bit of my hobbies. Like, you can ask me anything, but if I answer, let's do. Like wink. Oh, my hair is annoying. I can't make my right eye. Ah! So I should go back to Global Studios. Main gate. Wow, so this is where they make the Steel Samurai show. Awesome. Aren't you excited? Hey, you there! You want in? You gotta go through me. Ah, sorry. We're lawyers. Oh yeah, well that's great. I'm security. And it's my job to make sure that gawkers like you stay out. Gawkers? Gawkers? Sightseers? Tourists? I know that type. You heard about the incident and came to snoop around. Huge today, something horrible happens and all you think was investigating. One your time, don't have the job should be doing or... Hello, I'm not trying to read this. I'm not clicking. I was not clicking, I was like reading, it was like going quick, it was like... it's like quick. Nick? Will I go over to be like her? Please say no. I don't know, it's possible. Hey! Hi. To be honest, if you want an honest answer, if I have to go by nature to say he, him, but you can call me she, he, her too if you want. I don't know. If I think about it, it feels like she, her fits me more, but official by nature, you know, I mean he, him. Hey! Listen, man, you're being spoken to huge today. So, I'm excited. You can call me like everything except... He's all the pronouns. Yeah, I've been not doing it most awfully, but like people can call me she, her, and I won't mind. The people can call me him, he, and I don't mind. Like, I've been lived to this day. Like, I've cosplayed so much that people even ask me, Juju, is Hatsune Miku a fictional character of you? And then I'd be like, I wish my bank account lies. Like my bank account says no to me. So, what do you do here at the studios? At Global Studios, you make children's dreams come true. In fact, in my younger days... Oh, no, you want to start? So that's something like... That's like what actually you prefer. If you can call me she, her, I will accept it. If you call me he, him, I will accept it. But I don't think it is. I'm not an it, I'm not an object. Am I an object? No, I'm not an object. Like it, they. Hey, they. No, I'm not a multiple person, so no they, no it. No them. Like them, they, it sounds like more multiple person disorder, and no. Don't, but you can call me she, her, you can call me he, him, and I will find. Only a little twinkle between the stars here, my friend Jerry. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This place is really going downhill, you know. But 10 years ago, no, that was a studio of dreams. Hammer was a big star back then too. He was... Hammer? The victim dummy. The evil magister. Is been reduced to playing villains now. Not exactly the best material to work with. But like, use all the pronouns on other people or use all the pronouns on me? Like, I'm curious, or on yourself. If you want to tell, I like... Yeah, water. Hydrate. Hydrate. Everyone hydrate. Stay hydrated. Ah, for you. Like, to be sure. Like I said, I will answer everything I feel comfort with. Same goes for you, eh? Like, if you don't want to say anything to me, be mindful. Be mindful, eh? Like, if you don't want to say anything, don't feel necessary to say it. If you don't feel comfort with it, like comfortable, talking hard. If you don't feel comfort with it, don't do it. And that is my, that's how you call it. Oh, that is my love. You. You're allowed to talk Dutch, eh? You know? You're allowed to talk, for people that are Dutch in my chat, you're allowed to talk Dutch if you find English hard to type or write. The reason I speak English is because I have English viewers in my chat and I know that some people, like, I've talked to people like, I know my English is not that great, but I rather speak like bad English, so that all people, all the viewers can listen, instead of like Dutch and only like 20% can listen. So, for Dutch viewers, you're allowed to type Dutch in chat. I can moderate that, my moderators can handle that. And otherwise, English and no other language, please. You're not a bad kid, but don't be fooled by his match. You wouldn't want him on a silver screen without it, believe me. Little old ladies watching those lose their lungs. That's probably why they thought he still Samurai was his big chance. I thought he was capable of doing what he did to poor Jackhammer. We don't know for certain old Powers is guilty! Powers? Oh, of course he's guilty. Oh yeah, I forgot the bot messages. Powers, of course he's guilty. How do I know? I know everything. That's my job. What kind of person was Jackhammer? What kind of person? Only if you knew. Jackhammer will live on in many hearts as the ultimate action hero. He was simply dashing in the Dynamite Samurai series. Should I have heard of that? Should I? Should I? But then there was an accident during filming 5 years ago. He got a lucky break after that, reducing to playing the villain of a children's program. What's more, here to wear pain and peanuts. It's enough to make you cry. So... I don't want to say anything. I want to say something, but I forgot. I don't know what I want to say. Why are you so certain that Mr. Powers is the killer? I was standing right here yesterday. I was here from 1 in the afternoon to 5 when they found the body. Now the city where the murder took place is still... Talking is hard. Now the city where the murder took place is to the left here. So if you want to go, you have to pass by me. Only one person went by here between 1 and 2:30 when the murder took place. And that person was Mr. Powers. Yes, I saw him. But Mr. Powers said he was sleeping in his dressing room. Oh, I'm sure he would say that, he's no fool. But he was the only one who walked by. Oh, please. Do me an honor, do me a favor. I don't think I can understand Fries, so... You think you can only apply this over the screen. So I need to get a letter of... I primarily speak English and Dutch, but people say that I have that Dutch accent in my English. I know that I don't speak it for the best, but practice is key, you know. And yeah, I always was never a language kid, so yeah. I was never a language kid. Huh? Hello, what's the studio? You don't think I did it, huh? Don't I? No, not at all. That is a headache. Right, not all. At worst, you're a suspect. Mr. Powers, you aren't hiding anything from me, are you? What? What? No, I never do that. Earlier you said that you were sleeping in your dressing room after lunch. Yes, like a baby. But the security lady says she saw you that day. She says that she saw you heading towards the scene of the crime. What? That's not possible. I really don't know what to say. I was sleeping, I promise. Mr. Powers, if you want me to help you, you have to tell me the truth. I'm new to this lawyer business and I need every advantage I can get. I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to you, my mom was grave. I was sleeping. And the security lady only thought she saw me. Why did she see? He doesn't seem to be lying. I'm about the security guard at the main gate of the studio. Oh, the security lady? She's terrible. She got me suspicious looking. Yes, actually she said the same thing to me before. Take off that mask. Were her words, I believe. She shucks up to all bigwigs at the studio. But let her stumble once, and she never let it bite you. She has some nerve. Do you think you could write up a letter for me requesting my representation? Of course. Powers request editor to court actor. I'm gonna be a detective. I've spied with my little eye and big man. I spy with my little eye a little old grumpy lady. Is that a grumpy old lady? I don't know. I have something for you, Grandma. Ma'am, have a look at this. It's a letter of request from Mr. Powers. Huh? Oh yes, I recognize that bold childish call. Our request given to the security lady. Do you think he would entrust his fate to youths of such a reliable appearance? Really? Really? Anyway, you may pass. But only left from here, towards the studios. No going to the right. That's the employee area. No one allowed inside, pal. Are my instructions. The good detective told me himself. Hey, Yank! Huh? There are maps in the security guard station. Hey, not bad. They are 50 cents apiece. Thank you. Well, time to go, Nick. 50 cents! I'm gonna get those 50 cents. I'm gonna get them. So we are here, I assume. So this is to the right. So we're like standing here, and this is to the right, this is to the left. Can I go to the right? Up to Studio 1. Wees up. I read Weescom, but that is welcome. God damn it. Hey! Aren't you the murderer from the other day? Ah! Isn't a confused detective? Hey, pal! You know Prospector Edwards is upset it's your fault. Some sipping tea and started grooming out the window. So? Hey! If he's desperate, it's all your fault for doing sloppy detective work. You're not gonna say anything? Detective? I don't think you hurt his feelings. No, I'm sorry. Oh, I think his feelings are easily hurt. You're right, well, it's all my fault. I can blame other people all I want, but I know the truth in my heart. Hey, don't take it so hard. There's always the next case. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Hey, what exactly are you two doing here? We're on this case too, pal. Huh? Hey, you can't just come rushing your pal like that. This is my endearing character trait. That's a easy character, alright. So, how's your investigation going, detective? Well, is it? Hey, I can't tell you that, pal. Nick, maybe you need to be a little more indirect with your questions. Right, so, detective, mind if I take a look at what you got? What I got? Top C report. Latest version, if you please. Right. Sorry about what happened last time, pal. Autopsy report. Time was that 10:15, 2:30 p.m. Cause pierced through the chest by a spear. That must feel painful. Just imagine. No. Why was Mr. Powers arrested? Simple, pal. The murder took place right over there in Studio 1. Now the victim entered Studio 1 approximately 1 p.m. At that time, there was no one other than the victim in the studio. According to the autopsy report, the time of death was 2:30 p.m. Only one person went to the studio between 1 and 2:30. And that person was none other than Will Powers. No one else, pal. If you think I'm lying, ask the security lady at the main gate. Nick, if that's true, you would think that Power did it with that kind of evidence. Thanks for cheering me up. About the security lady, like the old nibby neck. Oh, that sweet old lady, what a charmer. Huh? Are we talking about the same person? When I showed her my bed, she gave me a donut and some coffee. Remember what Power said? She was always a sucker for authority. She even gave me a piece of valuable evidence. Huh? What kind of evidence? Well, that's her photo. A photo of the steel samurai heading towards the scene of the crime. Ah, what took that? See the camera up on the gate, pal? The gate? You mean the one with welcome sign? Yeah, whenever someone walks by the camera, I make send a photo of them. No. Nick, he has evidence. We're finished. Funny for someone with that proof, he doesn't look too happy. What's wrong, pal? You seem down. I look so happy when you say that. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas. February. We like to ask the employees here some questions. Sure thing, pal. Go wherever you like. Of course, you're not going to find any clues. I haven't already found. Ha, ha, ha. I'm glad someone around seems to be enjoying themselves. Nick, let's go. You've got a free pass to the place. Now our chance to check things out. Hey, there's a camera here. That's a security camera. It takes photos of people coming to the studio. All you have to do is look at the data and you can see who went where. There's number plate on the camera. ST1307. It must be the camera ID number. She didn't use the mascot. I guess it's a monkey of some kind. But what kind of monkey has a nose like that? He's holding a sign in his hand. Right to Studio 1, left to Studio 2. What's up with the thing? Going off busted. Oh, the wind was pretty strong yesterday and the head broke off. We took the tree down with it too. Detective Juju was down to the pad on the left. Looks like a tree fell over the pad. Oh yeah, that's okay. It's very kind of dangerous. You should stay out, Paul. There's nothing down there anyway. That's where Studio 2 used to be, they tell me. I don't use it now, though. There's a big welcome sign above the pad. Apparently the city is falling onto tough times. They started letting people in on days they aren't filming. Make a bit of extra money by charging for admission. Huh? I'm sure I know a lot about this place, detective. You know, you could always quite being a detective and work here. Yeah, and what perfect time for the city to let's go down for the ground. Huh? That's what that's supposed to mean, pal! I'm a little busted, maybe we'll take a short rest here. Ha, good idea, pal. Detective, aren't you on the case? Oh, yeah, but... Oh yeah, detectives get tired of standing around talk, pal. There's entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where the front takes Hammer's body. Let's go in and check it out, Nick! Hey, is it locked? Looks like you need a card key to get in. Makes sense that they would want to keep the normal boys out. So I can go to Studio 1. I assume. No. Of course. Of course I have to get a card key first. Of course. Of course. Of course. Nick, look! Security ladies in the car station stuffing their face with donuts. Guess all cops like their donuts. Yeah, they're soft enough so she doesn't need to chew them. Hey, you! Well, aren't you satisfied with Powers' skills yet? Look! I have to make my life harder by giving that photo Detective Grimshoe. I want to show you something. What's that? You mean that to me? Absolutely no. Oh. That didn't work. Why didn't you tell us about the security photo, ma'am? Oh, no. I just thought it would be more funny to talk with the detective himself. These things are important, you know. Oh, just to the left from here is the gate with the camera that took the photo. It's my job to check the photos every day, you see? This guard station is in central position. No matter where you go here, you pass by my station first. No poor Hammer, he went to the studio just before 1. The murder happened right around 3:30, you see? The only one I've seen go through here between 1 and 2:30 when Powers himself. Security camera got a good look at him too. If you're not the one, who did it? I don't know who it is. Maybe it's you? Yeah, good one, Sonny. She thinks I'm joking. As is even Mr. Hammer a popular actor? Oh, he was the biggest star in the studio. Was stands. Oh, yes, he was great as the bird samurai. That too, yes. He shromed the Bruiders back in the day, making a star like him play the evil magistrate. It's a disgrace, I tell you. Hammer took it pretty hard, and who can blame him? About the security camera. Oh yes, the security camera. It's automatic. I can tell someone walks through the gate, see? And it snaps a photo. Apparently, it records the time when it takes the picture too. But I don't bother myself with those details. I just view all the photos on the computer over in the security guard station. I check them every day before going home, I do. So... Computer that runs the studio security camera. Aye! Not touching. An overhead map of the studio right from here is the employee area to the left of the film studios. Looks like a studio van. They probably use it to carry on filming equipment. The main entrance to the studio, there was a big screen here yesterday with onlookers pressing up against the gate. Security guard station. The security lady was like junk food. There's a mountain of food on the desk in there. I can see the computer runs the security cams. Oh, I can talk to the employees. October 16, Global Studios, employee area. Here, Nick, that's where you do all the behind the scenes stuff. Look, there's Power's dressing room. I won't see her this soon after the murder, I guess. Let's take a look around. There's a remains of yesterday's lunch are scattered around. Everyone's probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone on one of the plates. Mine is the steak. T-bone steak. That was his the spot. You just had a burger. Yeah, but have a second stomach for just for steaks. Huh? Let's see, cola, candy, chips, gum. So normal. I'm expecting some cold team snacks or something popcorn at least. Wait, look! Samurai soda, Nick, try this! Ladies first. A window into the dressing room. The glass is frosted so I can't see inside. That must be the storage room. That's where they keep all the film equipment. Oh, Nick! You know a lot about the industry. What else will they keep in a film studio? There's a sign by the dressing room door. Will Powers. It must be near to the star and have your own room like this. Shall we go inside? The door to the dressing room. It's not locked. Hey Nick, let's take a look inside. Maybe we can find something as a souvenir. What do you mean, find? You never know. There might be something like the samurai spear. We don't need a spear. That's a murder weapon for crying out loud. Oh, I can slide. Oh, hey look. There's a half-finished back door for a stage here. Looks like a castle. Probably nearest old Tokyo castle. The metal gate on the drain here has been taken off. It's a pretty big drain. A kid could fit through there, I bet. Yeah, if you sneak in the drain, you won't have to pay at the gate. Well, if you want to leave that way, be my guest. Right! Huh? Hey, I'm not a kid! Looks like one of those electric powered bicycles. I don't know about these, I mean, what's the point? It makes it a lot easier to go up hills. When people cycle to get exercise. It's the T-bone steak. Guess we have to go to the dressing room. So. Oh, my nose. October 16, Global Studios dressing room. Power's dressing room. So this is where he was sleeping. Or at least, this is where he claims he was sleeping. No one actually saw him taking a nip here, did they? Right. This picture was from near the crime scene. I hope he's telling the truth for his sake. Looks like someone was sleeping here. Maybe Powers did take a nap here yesterday. It's locked. Looks like he doesn't open his window much. I guess it's kind of duty just the outside. There's some regular suits here among the costumes here. That must be his own clothes. It'd be fun to wear one of the costumes. I should already wear one myself. There's a bunch of snacks on the table. They must give these to the employees. Some tea, cookies. Nick, I'm hungry. You just had a burger. Yeah, but I always just said my stomach was sweet. What things does this girl have? It must be Powers' bag. Hey, don't open that. Look! An employee card key. It must be Powers. It says Studio 1. Let's take it, Nick. Powers if you mean borrow. Card key for studio employees against entry into Studio 1. There's a vast array of cosmetics here. Whoa! This is the wiki use the Samurai Boogie Woogie. Nick, try this on. No. Now you can tell the name of the show just by looking at a wig. I'm kinda like samurai movies. Kinda. They always have mirrors in like this in dressing rooms. I see my hair is still nice and spiky, just how I like it. Something else? I wonder what's else inside Powers' bag. Stop that! My partner did even training. I guess we've discovered everything here. So let's go to Studio 1. I assume. I will talk with you later. No, I don't want to talk with you later now. Outside Studio 1. This is not Studio 1. This is Studio where they found Jack Hammer's body. Let's go in and check it out, Nick. I wonder if the card key we borrowed from Tourism will work. Yep. It's opened. Alright, we're in. It's way too heavy for someone to visit the crime scene. Hey, I'm sure we're going to Studio 1. Have fun. October 16th, Studio 1. What is it? You're real quiet all of a sudden. Doesn't give you the shivers, Nick. That white tape is so real. All the evil magistrate did die here. And the still samurai killed him. The murder weapon was the samurai spear. Sounds pretty real to me. Well, we're not gonna examine this crime scene, we're gonna leave. Wow, look at the camera, it must cost a ton. Yes, I don't touch it. Wow, it's heavier than I thought. Hey you, I'm touching that. Sorry, my partner's kind of, you know. You know? I don't know. Who are you? It's me, I'm an assistant here. I'll have props and stuff. Moving them around, ordering new ones, etc. We're lawyers representing Mr. Willpowers. Oh, you're Willpowers people. Willpowers, oh, Willpowers. Wait, pay, I get it. I don't identify you guys one bit, but do what you can. Well, wait, pay, okay? Never heard of fly, used to be innocent. Don't worry, leave it to us. Wow, look at the camera, it's got a tongue. Yeah, so don't touch it. Oh, it's heavier than I thought. Looks like a backdoor for stage that must be used in still some my shell. Of course, that's about Neo-Fujimai. Neo-Fujimiyama. Nee, Neo-Fujiyama. I probably butchered the name. Doesn't still some take place in Old Tokyo, so you can even see Mount Fuji from here. What? Old Tokyo, Nick? Neo Old Tokyo. Oh, right. Like, I don't give a care. Look a ladder. That's a step ladder. So, what's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on your narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick. Right, sorry. This girl's out there. Hey, look! That's the chair the director sit in. I always wanted to sit in one of these. Hey Nick, take a look at that. One of those black and white boards they clapped and started filming. And look, a megaphone. Real life megaphone. Hey Nick, action! This girl is more trouble than I thought. What's this? It's a reflecting light. I call it reflecting screen or something like that. The system holds us during filming. Huh? What? I can enthusiasm for things entertainment. Well, lighting is fine, but I want to be the director, only the steel samurai. I think she's being serious. My nose, The outline with jackhammer's body lay with tape. His body was found so inside the evil magistrate costume. I guess that's why the head part looks like a helmet. Funny, I expected the spear stabbing leave just a few blood stains. I guess the costume must have absorbed most of it. Is that everything I could investigate? I think so. Could you tell me anything about the day of the murder? Ah yes, I was in the studio the whole day. I was the only assistant of the staff that day, you see? Only assistant? Yeah, well, the studio isn't doing so well right now. And yesterday was only a rehearsal for our action sequence. Oh, I see. In the morning we went through the action sequence as in the employee area. Willpower and Hammer were there all along with everyone else. Employee area, that's where Power Station's room is, right? Yes, that's the place. After eating lunch there, Mr. Hammer went to Studio 1. Then I saw Willpower go into his dressing room. But I didn't see either of them after that. Did you know that Mr. Power was sleeping in his room? No, I want to go in there unless I have some urgent message for him. I mean, this is private. What kind of girl do you think I am? Okay, no, I'm sure you're fine, girl, Mr. Lee. I'm not getting confirmation of Power's elbow, boy. What do we do, Nick? We haven't found anything. If Willpower was the only one who came to the studio, then he has to be the killer. Do you even have a photograph? Sorry, I know you're busy. No, not really. Actually, there has been something bothering me. Ha! There's something been bothering me. That's what I'm talking about. A clue! Lead! Oh, I don't know about the... That's usually deeper voice. Oh, I don't know about that, but today, this afternoon, since someone was here. You sensed? Yes, several times. Some other studio employees, maybe? No, I don't think so. The only thing we had scheduled was an action scene with them too. I was the only assistant here that day. I have a feeling it was someone from outside. Really? But wait, if someone had come in here, wouldn't that security lady have noticed them? Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, I don't have any better information than that. No, thanks. That helps us a lot. Anything else? Let's go put the security lady on the spot. So I sense that someone other than the regular film crew was in the studio. Yeah, I think. I think doesn't cut it in a witness testimony. Nick, what about the security lady? If someone else came into the studio, you must have seen them. I'm going. Calm down. Calm down, I'm going already to the main gate. Wow, you still here? Oh, you look like you've seen a ghost. What? That's a suspicious look in your face. Well, I wanted to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 1 PM, correct? And the estimated time of Hammer's death was 2:30. Are you sure that Powers was the only one to go through here between those times? Just can be. But we have a witness who thinks he was someone from outside here that day. What? Are you absolutely sure you were here watching that whole time? Ma'am? Who was it? Who told you that? Who dares question me? Nick? Alright, you better tell me quick, you spiky hairy servant. Someone's been complaining about the work I do, huh? I'm just talking to the assistant studio one. Her? She's not even a full-time employee. Young isn't like that nowadays. You and your marks like there was no tomorrow saying that and the other thing while you weren't long even letting her thing that affecting the others back to the days of caring. Not that you just started to put this. She left. Well, Nick, this is our chance to do what we can without us looking over our shoulders. Like weirder, there are student security cams. We're gonna give it a try. You know how to work these things, Nick? I just have to enter a few numbers. Let's see, first I need the date of the murder. One friend was when the security at the guard station. Oh, that's 703. There, entered. Nothing happened. Huh? I got the number wrong, zei ik. Wat is 703? Was it 307? Was it 307? Hey, it printed out the data for that day. Let's see what we got. Huh? Oh, is this a picture of a Powers? Well, he's the one who always wears a suit. Guess that's why the security lady thought it was him. But the major detective was very happy with the photos evidence. Something's printed on the back. Huh? October 15, 2 p.m. Photo 2. What does this mean? We need more photos data from the day. Nope, there's only one in the computer. Taken at the game between the Entrance Studios, October 15, 2 p.m. Photo 2. Hey, can't you use this photo as evidence for the trial? Yeah, put the security in a place with this. Right, I'll put her in a place. Alright, that's what I said. Anyway, let's show her this photo and see what she says. Wait, that's not. Why not? Never a good idea to reveal your hand to an enemy too soon. Make you craftier than I gave you credit for. Why, you could be the next evil magistrate. Hey, why do you have to be the villain? Relax, it was just a joke. Are we done for the day? I think this photo is what we needed for the trial. Still, it would be better if we had some idea who the real killer was. Maybe it really is the security lady. You can already see that that costume is way too big. Oh yeah, I forget I have to save, so I had to autosave. I'd be lucky into preserving my voice to do for 39 call her. I'm sitting here, talking like a madman, all stream, all time long. I'm bored again. Court is now a session for the trial of Mr. Will's Power. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Defense is ready, Your Honor. I do all Mr. Edward, opening statement, please. The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jackhammer in Studio 1 of Global Studios. It's impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial also point to this fact. I see. Very well, I would like to move to one's testimony. Mr. Edwards, the prosecution may call as first witness. Very well, come with the film in your face. Detective Gumshoe to the stand. Detective, if you would briefly describe the case to the court. Yes sir, I explain what in the guide map here. To understand this case, it is important to discuss popularity of the studio, see? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studio was here at 1 p.m. on that day. West the security station there is a gate, see? West out are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, 1 p.m, the security lady got to the guard station. Then compared to later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. The time of that was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found locked in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? I can listen to the whole thing again. Nah, skip it. I think I probably remember that. So the murder weapon was the spear? I'm medieval. Is that it? The spear? Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question, and that question is, Why did the security lady at the what did the security lady at the car station see? Understood. Let's call the security officer to the stand. And then time to do some puzzling. Will the witness declare her name? Why, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Your name, please. How dare you? No need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma. Your name, please? Well, it seems like there's a bit of trouble getting the witness to say her name. Wendy Oldbeck. Daddy? Just call me Grandma. It's perfect. My name's Inge when I was young was Oldbeck. But in the time, just tot veel over het feit. Do you believe it? That was the captain Jessica met haar. I got me all Oldbeck when it's kind of Objection! I object to the witness talk to them. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. I was just getting to the good part, Terry. So perhaps we can get a catch to the testimony. Now the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct? Yes, I was. And at the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you. You know your stuff, Terry. You may begin your testimony. Sure, 1/2 Oldbeck. Witness account. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the car station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest have been to run through there since the morning. I well had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the car station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, the man right there. He was heading towards the studio. No, Powers didn't walk by you. Like. Old lady. We're gonna have a talk, you and me. Here. We're gonna have a talk, right, you in here. You sure that's Powers? You sure that's just not someone in costume? Let me get this straight, Oldbeck, Mrs. Oldbeck. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about this man in the photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright, let me see that photo. What is this exactly? None other than Steel Samurai, defender of Neo Old Tokyo. Mrs. Oldbeck, if this is the Mr. Powers that you saw... Of course, you need your mama teach you any sense, sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right? No, they can't. Well, I mean, I wonder. But Mr. Powers displayed a role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. I know that. I wasn't born yesterday. I want to scratch the excuse with that, Mrs. Witness. I'm trouble calling her Oldbeck, apparently. However, you do not have proof that the person in the photo is real Powers, do you? No, you old man. Of course I have proof. What? That's right. Prosecution would like to ask the witness. Please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time. Why is now everyone would be so noisy? You should be ashamed of yourself. Anyway, I showed a photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He even gave it a second look. Well, because left even expert speechless. She's good. There's a bit of proof then. Huh? Man in a photo. I never see anything. I don't mean it, mind you. The morning during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently he sprained an ankle pretty bad. Now look at the picture. You can see he's dragging his leg. See? Clear as day. That's why I knew it was Powers. Happy? So you had sprained his ankle. Very well. Let's invite you to make cross-section with the witness. That's gonna be a tough one. It's number. If You know I'm not pointing fingers at my backs. Everything I said to do today was winning with the child of Is that right? Please for all our sakes, do not upset the witness. Forget what's in this match. Less saves, in case I lose something. I'm wanting to run through the ecstasy. What's present at the run through? Well, let's see, there was powers. Used the Steel Samurai, the poor old hammer, the from Wensday, and the... And what exactly were you doing? Observing, just observing. What about assistant? Oh, she was moving back up around the search. I didn't see the run through now. I said powers trip and fall. Trip and fall? Yes, and to think it's supposed to be the Steel Samurai, but don't laugh. His power sprained his ankle. Helped make it better for him, of course. You helped make it better. I guessed it, but it hurt. Smack on the knee. Mwah! Let's just cover the part, shall we? Where's the assistant then? Oh, her? She was cleaning up backups, I think. She didn't know about Power's ankle. You may continue your testimony. Which prop did he break? He broke a prop? Sure did. Its own samurai spear. Samurai spear? Murder weapon? Luckily, I was there with duct tape to fix it. You know, if ain't something broke, duct tape will fix it. It strikes me as a significant detail. Better write this down in the court record. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. When was Mr. Parr's ankle badly sprained? Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his desk and dressed up after lunch. Just a nap. Anyway, I saw him drinking his food when he walked. Drinking his food. Okay. I think we heard enough, haven't we, Your Honor? Well, there's one thing that bothered me, which is... Where is the Steel Samurai costume now? Actually, well, you couldn't find it. I'm looking through. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the Steel Samurai, yes? Outward. Trust us, right? Like it's court. We should be fair and square. We keep talking about possibilities. We have to agree that the photo shows the Steel Samurai. However, in this photo can we see him with the real powers? Fence has a point. Also, I wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility also. Allow me to remove the doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? No need to ask twice. The time before Hammer set was 2:30 PM too. The only person I saw go to the city before them was Willpowers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. So if no one else went to the studio, then it would have been the Steel Samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. That photo was taken at 2, right? Yeah. The time before Hammer's death was 2:30 PM too. The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Willpowers. What about before you got to the guard station? You mean before one? Why everyone's in the employee area before then? And I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Not to mention, if they had, I would have seen them. You can't see everything. Are you sure? The witness has answered the question. Anyone going in the city wants to pass by the witness. That's right, Sonny. Let him have it, you boy. You boy. Been back sure that's balls, well, you know what I mean. All in because way of reporting over important details for the matter, I'm not forgetting them. How convenient. Which we look forward to, perhaps. Time for Hammer's death was 2:30 PM. Cool. Time for that, October 15, 2:30 PM. That is true. The only person who saw go to the studio before them was Willpowers. Yeah, but how about... No, they didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that, was a misclick. I thought I could... What's that? What's that? What's that? What did I press? Ik verwacht het niet zo ding. Dus toen krijg ik nog niet goed. Zie? Just trust me, best snipper. Was it this one? Was like angry bad. It's a bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room after lunch. That's not. Anyway, I'm breaking his foot when he walked. Breaking his foot, okay. I thought you could post in profiles. Oh, it was this one. I clicked on the left. Okay. Okay. This is what I need to have. Well, it is important, your edge watch. You keep talking possibilities, you have to agree that the photo shows the samurai, but none of the photo can be seen as the real powers. No. Yes, thank you. Then allow me to remove the doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Would the witness continue her testimony, please? Ah, you need that twice. You old slendy scumbag. The time of the poor hammer set was 2:30 p.m. The only person who saw the city before them was willpowers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. Yeah, if you're not eating donuts, you're a security boot all day. Can I really show, like, profiles? No. This is correct. How do you know that? Didn't you just explain? I gave donuts to the young detective and then after some rubbish about it being a secret pal, he told me everything. The detective came to share his fellow officer friends for donuts. The only person who saw go to the studio before them was Will Powers. I'm absolutely sure. Oh, quite right, Sonny. Nobody's suspicious looking past by at all. Nobody's suspicious looking, right? No one else went there. But, what about before you got to the guard station? You mean before one? Why everyone's in the employee area before then? And unlock the main gate so no one get in. Not to mention, if they had, I would have seen them. Are you sure? The witness has answered the question. Anyone going in the studio has specified the witness. That's only. Let them have it, edgy boy. Edgy boy? Let me make sure this as well, you know what I mean. Old Wink has a way of skipping over important details after all for the man entirely forgetting them. Convenient. Something for you to look forward to, perhaps. That is correct. This is correct. No, you didn't have willpowers. Is it this one? Wait. No, wait. I know it already. I think I know it. I think I know it. His security card. Without the security card, you can gain access to the facility, so making him invulnerable. Oh. Accusations. I didn't say anything. I thought the security card was up. Like, yeah, I still could have to go to the security card thing. Isn't it a picture? Oh, that's a picture. Hold on, look at this photograph one more time. The photo was taken by the camera at the gate from the studios, correct? Yes, here, Sony. So whenever anyone passes by here, automatically takes a picture. And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground. Right, anyway. It's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security camera data. Oh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening. The very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo I printed the words October 15, 2 p.m. in the afternoon, photo number 2. Even though that means it was taken at 2 p.m. October 15. Really, Sonny? Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is that the bit at the end where it says photo number 2. Photo number 2? The computer only held data for one photo on the day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo 1 if it really was the only photo? Okay, first picture, okay. Order, order! Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, just want to ask the witness. The evidence shows not only but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yes, there is only data for one of the photos, but who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access to the security lady herself. Watch your mouth, you whip snipper! The only person who saw that day was Willpower. But the camera on the gate fired twice, and these 2 people went by. Well, yes, this was what it seemed to me. Can the witness explain this to the court? I don't understand you handle computer things. Edgy boy, help. No! Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either. Some help you are. There's a snapper too. Yep, snapper. Something the matter in Solzberg? Ah, that's right. I just remembered something. Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate, some older than the Steel Samurai. Well, yes, that's right, you could put it that way. Why did you tell this earlier? Let's see. Your testimony, please. The older person. Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it now, I remember throwing out one photo that day. Miss Oldback, this is the first I've heard of this. Of course, Sonny. I've only just remembered it. Right, anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the customization. I'll say that was a turn from unexpected, but I kind of expected this. I don't have the voiceover tomorrow. Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one important job to do. What a job. It's right that you got the people that passed the main gate today. I keep close with every one of the phones. Security cameras think. You back all of the security indicator and data. They keep telling me to, yes, but those computers are just so frustrating. I tried any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking? Oh, you can tell by looking at the faces for the most part. For the most part? This is a murder trial, Mr. Solberg. Oh, I didn't touch that suspicious looking willpower photo, did I? I think you remember the point. Come to think of now, I remember throwing out one photo that day. Well, who in the heck was in that photo you erased? A fanboy. Fanboy? Still Samurai fanboys, real freaks if you ask me. Make information about the real rehearsals from Question Ozar. They always hanging about one. One was there that day. Wait a second, didn't you say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one else could get in? Those were your words. Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. The drain we found. The crate has been loose for a while. It leads outside, and well, that's where they come in. Coming through that drain. I told you they were freaks. Oh, and they're kids, children, whippersnappers. Kids? From the photo that you raised? Was a boy, probably second or third grade. Did? Order. Let me get this straight. You saw 2 pupils by the gate on the way to CEST, and one was the Steel Samurai taking his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about 2nd or 3rd grade. Well, I'll see his type every day. Can stop him, can catch him. A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade? I assume it would be hard if not possible for a young boy to do the samurai sphere. Possible, I think it's quite heavy. Right, as I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I raised the data. And Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy wasn't there. Makes him a suspect. And I'm already trying to unsuspect him. This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information, not forget vital information this time. October 18, 11, 8. He didn't know it. Mr. Powers? Yeah, yes. Don't be straight. Were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio? I didn't go to the studio, I was sleeping. Almost. So, who was the Susan guy in the picture photo? How should I know? The Susan costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really. Really close. Couldn't make anyone want to steal summer costume. So where does this leave me? Oh, that's not good. You're the only likely suspect right now. Nick, what are we going to do? First we play for more time. We start together start targeting someone else that could convincingly have done this. Right. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. Right, but if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot. You don't sound very optimistic. I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Hey Nick, it's time. Okay, let's go. What does it mean? Please don't sign like that. Please. Order now reconvent for the trial of Mr. Powers. Mr. Edwards will represent the prosecution thoughts on this matter. Basic charges are simple. Nothing has changed. Our person who went to the studio was a boy roughly 10 years ago. But they do not want to be hard evidence. There's no one else who could have committed this crime. Go for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Powers. Very well, Mr. Wright, your thoughts? Men disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime. Order, interesting. That's a theory you have in mind. Be aware that this card does not kind of accuse the innocent. If you accuse someone who's obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Yeah, correct. So what's the person outside? I'm gonna save here, just to be sure. That's different girl. That's the assistant. The Steel Samurai costume was in his dressing room. Stolen from Juju so she became the Steel Samurai. Apparently the Steel Samurai in the pictures really insisted. Just catch you on it. You're serious you got dismissed, right? Remember the photo? Wasn't the Steel Samurai a little lame? He was taking his suit. Oh, bad feeling time. Remember the testimony considering power injury? Couldn't to our knee. But the assistant. Oh, her? He was at the back of the thing. He didn't have Power's ankle. This is no news about it, so she could still sound like a thing. So she couldn't walk. Now. Then it must be the lady. And like, I don't assume it's like the schoolboy. Was the security lady, Wendy Oldback. Who? This Sunrise train is like in the picture. This means whoever was in the suit knew about the morning's injury. Maybe because they've been watching the action scene run through. There's only one person on the Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. Security lady Oldback. Ah, Mr. Snapper. Order! Is this still Oldback? Oldback, that's Mrs. Oldback to you. Mrs. Oldback was standing guard alone at the main gate. Just by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left the post to steal the Steel Samurai costume. They slipped into Studio 1's scene of the murder, but she got through the trouble wearing the Steel Samurai costume. Simply, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in a costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent detective reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, right here. Sherlock Holmes, too, baby. That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edwards pronounced? Does he usually jump on an objection? Well, Mr. Edwards, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. What? What's that supposed to mean? I thought you get I did. I did once. Just sit there, do something. I move. Maybe it's not my chance to take this whole way. There's the very same reason that makes Mr. Powers suspect in this case. If he used to cast doubts on Miss Oldberg's action on that day. But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer? You forget that Mr. Powers looks a clear motive too. Indeed. And then I went with Ultimate as one of the suspects. Oh, Phoenix, no. Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy, the one whose photo I raised. He's only a grade schooler, as you said, second or third grade, was it? It doesn't matter. And I was the age I could point my old man in 10 seconds tops. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? Boy's not the killer. What? I'll keep it so sure. Or would it be nice to gain some means you always a whipsnapper? I proof. Proof. Indeed? Let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed this murder. Your Honor, the murder weapon was the samurai spear. The very spear is shown here in this photo. How could the boy have taken the spear if it's impossible? I see. Well, what the witness care to comment on this? Oof. I'm back. Speechless. That could be at first. Very well. This court will suspend proceedings on this current trial for today. Mr. Edwards, please find out more about your witness, Mr. Windy. What was her name? Something Oldback, Your Honor. And the prosecution will look further into this Oldback before we continue. That's all. This court is adjourned. Wait a second. I'm not going to sit here while you're off barking up the wrong tree. I'm talking. Okay, stop the press as the Windback wants to talk. Miss Oldback, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony? Actually, if you must know, something was told not to talk about. No? What? To talk about? By whom? You mean it was an expert who told her not to talk? I'll testify. Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been there at the studios that day. Before, if you're going to accuse me, I'm not going to get away scot-free. This is Oldback. This is crucial information. Why did you keep this from court until now? Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap and always do what I'm told. This is a bad dream, Your Honor. What is the power of the Oldback? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination may begin. I was saying that we keep quiet about something. So we're not talk about. That's right. My studios and the vape big works unless... I didn't hear about this. I'm too hard to sus3. Oh, I know that. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. Who are those people? Well, the director and the producer for starters. The director? I should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of the action scene without a director? Of course. That's why I was surprised no one asked about it. So where are those people? The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime and they had a meeting after that. Where? Oh, the Studio 2 trailer. Studio 2? What's the Studio 2? Let's look at the guide map. Here it is. You got through the gate and all the way to the left. That's where the monkey's head was from over. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination? He said he had nothing to do with it, see? This is Oldback, this is a trial for murder. I know that's silly. Still, they were pretty convinced about having nothing to do with it, and they gave me a little bonus on the side. Sorry, the bonus is not the top. I think I've had got the question of the test. There's no harm getting as much info as I can. They're actually in the studios. That's all day. When they heard about the murder, they beat it before the cops came. I swear it. I feel sorry for everyone. She really left the man on this one. Then, who were those people? Well, the director, the producer for starters. The director? I shouldn't have known something was fishy. Could have done a run through of the actual scene without. Of course! That's not the first one asked about it. So who are those people? The director was in the employee area all morning for the run, so he joined the producer around lunchtime and they had a meeting after that. Where? On the Studio 2 trailer. Did you know what's Studio 2? Well, if you look at the guide map, Here is it. Go through the gate and all the way to the left. That was the part where the monkey's head was falling off. Oh, Mr. Wright, would you like to clear the cross-examination? Your Honor, we have learned there were others at global studios on the day in question. Director and a producer and some bigwigs for all present. Yes, as you said, you have not been questioned. I hold it impossible to clear a verdict on the defendant of Mr. Powers. The court acknowledged his defense points. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Mr. Olbeck, and more information about these other people we just have been told of. I understand, Your Honor. The NCTA proceedings in the trial of Mr. Power. That's all. The court is adjourned. I can make this stream too long because I have to take shave out the shave shower and also take a self-test for corona. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me. Ah, really, it's nothing. Oh, sure. You'll be going down to the studio for more investigation. And to find out more about this producer, they've been turning up in the next trial as witness for certain. So I have a chance to get some material for the cross-examination. So Nick, have you figured out just who was in the steel samurai costume? Could it really have been all winning back? What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think the word was her really. You do I, Nick? I know, it was just buying time back there. I won't have to be the bad guy from my bit to take pressure off Mr. Powers. Oh, win back. I feel kind of sorry for and she wasn't winning any points in there, but with my accusation. Okay, let's go to the studios. Right, I'll be back to visit you soon. Thanks, guys. Thanks. To be continued. Saving. Time to go ahead. October 18, Wright & Co. Law Office. Phew, what a day. No time for relaxing, Nick. So you think, you think Wilpone's got a chance? I guess it really depends on the people found about in today's trial. The director and the producer? Yeah then. Well, what are they doing here then? Let's get to the studios. No one's here. Alright, now that they've been Olbeck in custody, I guess they need to have anyone else to replace it. Hey, it's the gas station. Look, she left a donut. Oh, I'm not going to eat them. Peter, don't say as you can do, huh? It's like it's been turned off for the day. Security booth. Overmanagement studios, head from your employee, and it's left film studios, the van. Gates, let's move to studio. I assume that we have to go to studio 2. Hey Nick, looks like the execution is today. Right, probably up to his neck if I work after the promotion at today's trial. So Nick, remember the studio 2 we heard about the trial today? What's time to pet at the fallen tree, right? I think that's what they said. Maybe the director and the rest of them are there today. Now's your chance, Nick. Let's check it out. October 18th, Studio 2 entrance. This is Studio 2? I thought so. Doesn't really look much like a studio, does it? No, it does not. Hey, there's a trailer over there. It was pretty sturdy for a movie set trailer. Are you sure this is the studio? Close inspection, this trailer looks like been here for a while. I don't think this is part of some temporary film set. There's some flowers here. Wow, they're pretty. They're taking good care of these flowers. I'm not going too close. The fancy looks dangerous. This looks like material for making a movie set. If you're sitting here for quite some time, this might as well be a junkyard. Looks like 2 people ate here. There's not enough on the plate. So, they ate the T-bone steak too. What's with steaks around here? Hey, there's always room for steak. But something does seem out of place. Well, I don't know, it just feels odd. an incinerator. Apparently they just put this one in. It's already covered in soot. You must not clean it much. Just me in my room, feel like. Light fun for moving stuff and equipment around. They keep it in pretty good shape. Looks like it's run fine. Let's go for a drive. Sure, if I had a license. Nick, you don't have a driver license? But look how it is. Why are you showing me your attorney's badge, Nick? There's a big tube painted here. Only because it's Studio 2. Probably. Doesn't look anything like a studio. Nick, let's go inside. I think it's okay. Oh, well, it's locked. Oh, shucks. Did I miss something? I've investigated that. I've investigated this. I've investigated the table. Investigated the incinerator. Investigated the fan. I think that's everything. Let's move back to... The security camera took people to the picture the day. One of those silver medal was a kid school, but it doesn't seem to get finished today. The emancipated is a monkey. I've never seen a monkey with a nose like that before. Why don't they put his head back on? Maybe we should ask the assistant. I'm not sure if I really want to fixing anything. I probably need to kind of move to that thing. Hope so. Let's go to Studio 1. This is Studio 1 different checks on my body. Let's go inside Studio 1. I don't really want to be in here. Yeah, it's a murder scene. I want to go someplace else. Nick? Assume nothing new. Let's for the reflecting light. Oh. Well, what? Maybe what's that? Well, lighting is fine, but I want to be the director or maybe the steel samurai. I think she's being serious. If I understand that you stay, it goes on fun, well respect spares, and we would go to aim. So this is all the same. I guess we have to go to the boys area. October 18, Global Studios employee area. Look, it's that assistant girl. Hey! Hey, little power snowers, right? Look, I've heard about the trial. Great job, guys. Oh, don't mention it. Is it true that I caught the security lady? Actually, she just called me. She told me to cover up the train. You mean that one? Whoa, what a mess. I know. I'm not so good with anymore. Some assistant, right? Yeah, I bet you did work in the pubs and the backdrop, right? Right. Just lots of time they end up looking worse than they did before. I fixed them. Oh. I'm sure those things happen. Not to worry about yourself. You're right, I won't. Personally, I think you should worry at least a little bit more. If you excuse me, I have to go to the guard station. I'm supposed to fill in from this old bag. Guys, see you later then. Good luck with your investigation. So, the fat boy that we were talking about the other day, he came in through that drain. Seems, I guess I covered up in a hurry. Hey Nick, if that drain covers, the boy won't be able to get in. Yeah, I think that was me. I feel kinda sorry for him though, don't you? You want to rip the gate off. Hey Nick, we can! Oh, is she serious? Uh-oh. Nah, I think we should leave it on. They only just repaired. And we take it off, this will get yelled at by you know who. Yeah, I guess so. Can I take it off? Is that the meaning? Should I take it off? I believe it on me. It seems. Why do you want the boy to come in again? Same pop. Oh Nick, you know not about Insta. I think it's all the same. This is where the steel samurai costume was on the day of the murder. Was Miss Power says at least. I guess they snuck in and took it while he was sleeping. But Nick, what if Mr. Powers has been sleeping? I wonder what the killer was planning on doing then. She got a point. Mr. Powers back, what was inside? Hey! Supermarket, that boys. Well, I'm kind of shocked. Ah yeah, leave us alone. Wolfman found on Mars? I have to buy that issue. Wait, Nick, what now? These snacks, they've passed the expiration date. Yeah, don't eat them. Come on, my snacks, they're meant to be eaten. Celsius. I have to go back to the security station. Or rip that thing open. Oh, do I have to rip that open? Maybe I go to the detention center. October 18th, detention center, visitors room. Oh, Mr. Wright, thank you for earlier. Not at all. I got lucky, to tell the truth. You can say that again. Smirk, smirk. That's no. So, willpower. You have any leads that might get us going in the right direction? What a click. Well, sorry, but no. Make sure to tell us anything comes to mind, no matter how small. You can't rely on getting lucky again tomorrow. Yes. Do our fanboys sneak into the studio often? No, not that I know of. The security lady pretty strict with them. But in deze testimonies, you say they weren't often hanging around. Kids really love to steal Samurai. They sneak past when she's not looking, I guess. Was the director present on the morning room too? Yes, she was. He was like now to steal Samurai and evil must make a stage should move. And they didn't tell us that before. Well, just as you asked us to keep quiet. Nothing to do with this. I like to repeat myself, but Nicky is a newbie nowhere. Fresh off the bar, when he loses, he's going to lose big. I see. What is she on? You weren't hiding anything from us, are you? No, not sure. Hope not. Regarding the murder weapon, yes? It's heavy, the spear. It's pretty hefty, yeah? I don't think an average person would be able to swing it around effectively. And that's the spear broke or something during the morning room too. Oh yes, I moved on around. Kick, you see. I broke the spear. Security lady fixed it for me right away though. And duct tape here. You found this card in your dressing room. Oh, this is mine, yes. Can people outside the studio get these cards? I didn't think so. Even I have to return the card. Once the show is done filming, that's it. Regarding this photograph, yes. Really truly absolutely isn't you, right? Right. I was sleeping in my dressing room the whole time, almost. Let's get a worn it. Your costume was in your dressing room. Yes. I guess you snuck in and took it while I was asleep. No. Thank you for showing me the others. I wish I could thank you for helping you. Sorry. What do you think we should do? Huh? Why don't we do what you just said? We gotta get to the scoop of this director and producer. Alright, there's no point hanging out here. That's what I'm saying! Let's go to see your Sponto! We don't have enough information to make a case yet. That's actually you said yesterday. Just admit it, you don't have a clue what happened. There's not enough information, Nick. I tell you, there's not enough information. So I have to find something in the studio. And I don't have been to Studio 1. I have to find a key or something? I'm a bit clueless what to do. It was locked, right? Nick, let's go inside. You think it's okay? Oh well, locked. Oh, shocked. Did I miss something here? I didn't miss anything. Alright. I guess there's one thing left to do. I can do. Time to pull this loose. Heb het open. Well, I guess some things are just meant to be broken. Yeah, you know, they get pretty swell sometimes. Sometimes. Yeah! There. That should make the kids happy. These things we do. Don't get it off. Oh, did it. Now the kids will be able to come in again. Doesn't make you feel great to do a good deed like that. Must be nice to live so free of guilt. Now. Bike. Oh, hello. Hey-ho! You look a little out of place. It's the clothes, isn't it? I thought my camera first might do the trick. And involved in the guard fashion thing. So, how are the studios doing? Well, the first least wandering around everywhere, it's terrible. They won't even let me clean up. They won't even disturbing evidence. I haven't even cleaned up on the lunch place from the day of the murder. You mean this place was saved once left over an employee area? Yep, you believe it. You kids sneak in here a lot. Well, I don't think there's many of them, but I do see one particular bunch. He's always gawking at the sets or snapping pictures. You see old Windback's eyes flash when she sees him. There's a bit of trouble catching him though. I heard something at the trial today. They said the director and producer... Stupid word. They said the director and producer were here at the day of the murder. Oh sorry, I was in the pop storage room so I didn't see them. The rest were here too. The studio had seemed pretty eager to keep us quiet. So they were trying to protect the director. More the producer, really. Producers are a real star. To save the studios from the brink of disaster and keep them running. I do think we're still being business and one word from the producer. Producer? You take a look at this. This Mr. Powers. I say I can select like that. And this anyway. Never mind. You say something about the spear? Say, you work with the props, right? About the murder weapon. You mean the samurai spear? That's a prop. It's not very heavy. I hate having to carry that thing around. So you have to be really soon use this. Oh, I understand that. This is only one person I can think of. Not really sure what this is. Sorry. Oh, they gave a liar one of those key card keys? Well, I'm not sort for borrowing it. I see. You better be careful not to lose that. They're very strict about those key cards here. It's pretty good about keeping this outside of hand. Thanks, I'll be careful. Oh, please don't touch anything in there. Just get to knock stuffing out of me if you knew. So I'm now going back to the detention center. I'm a bit clueless what to do now. Is that kid an employee at all? No. What the fuck? Who are you dudes, LMO? To be honest, I don't think this is a kid. Huh? Wait, you first. Who are you? You look pretty suspicious to me. Whatever. 140 meters. How can you not know the great salmonella? Manila. I make the latest show. This is still Samurai Mine. Archive TFC. Read the film credits. Yeah, read the credits, guys. Really, you're the salmonella? Oh, I'm so sorry. I just so sorry. No, quite alright. It's fine. Ruffle. What was that again? What's ruffle again? I don't want to know. Wait, Google! Ruffle. Oh. I typed roffle. Rolling on the floor laughing. Oh, rolling off laughing. I get it. What is it? You know, close inspection. Yeah, hold, slobber. Hey, do you do a lot of cosplay? Because that costume rocks. I cosplay a lot, but I want to cosplay for you, creep. Woo, roxers. Hey, you're drooling. Hello, veroveren. You've taken my creative powers. Can't you talk just in like normal things, stuff normal English people can understand? Maybe? Yes, come to me, Pink Princess. Let's go to the school samurai and Pink Princess, warrior of little old Tsukyun. Awful. Let me go. Pink Princess. Yes, it's gonna be little old Tokyo. You can even like Kingdom like new old Tokyo. Oh yeah, we really need to talk about cool. Did you notice anything unusual on the day of the murder? Oh, I know, you do twice. You got a little too about it. That's right. Met een pretty regular day with a gewoon vol. Ook geen zin in. Then a meeting from lunchtime in the studio 2 trailer. Hey, was so busy didn't even get a chance to eat. Lunch. Geen by mistake, was it? Ja, shocks. I miss an 8 out of food. Nee, when the sugar roast mean. Yeah, like you tell me. Huh. Anyway, I was in a meeting from noon till after 4. With the producer and some bigwigs from the network. Mr. Hammerstein will test us maybe at 2:30 p.m. He's telling the truth, the meeting gives him a lullaby. About the producer of the meeting, it was you. Oh, you mean the first quest? She's a genius. That skills all the way. Scary through sweat. She brought the Steelers back from the brink of destruction. She's the one who made it possible for me to make the Steel Saturday. You had a meeting with her on the day of the murder, right? Yeah, we were together from noon to 4 p.m. the whole time. So it's like, yeah, these big wigs people keep mentioning. Oh, the boss over the network and some sponsors and some few production guys. Die praten toen een limousine en got hier rijden around noon. Major tension. So it's all of them with you the entire time. Yeah, fortunately. They're all gray-haired geezers. Sounds like they all be reliable witnesses. This is with willpower. How do you know? Well, look, he's obviously dragging his foot. Alright, the director will know what the injury was there. Try not to be much attention to the interest me. Hello. Why he is staring at me like that? I don't know. Why is staring at me like that? So I guess I have nothing to do with you. I thought you were a kid. You're the producer. Can I get asking for the key? Like, what's he doing here? I checked everything in the room. Should I get back to studio 2? Move. Employee area. Move. Studio main gate. Can I talk to you? Something new? No. Move to the outside in studio 1. Move to inside studio 1. Nothing new. Move to outside studio 1. Move to outside studio 2. October 18, studio 2 entrance. This place is deserted. Eek! Nee, what was the noise? Sounds like it came from inside the trailer. Someone must be inside. Hello? Answer. Pretty suspicious if you ask me, Nick. Let's go in. I'm not sure I should be begging you. Let's walk. What? Don't we have a key? No, but there's probably one in the guard station. The pin gate. Wait. Let's borrow it. Let us. Aha! You again. Rude acting like you've seen a ghost. Surely go back to your post quickly. I'm gonna please took me away. They did. They pulled out a spare still somebody costume. Don't want to put it on. You made it. How could I sweet little lady wear a giant suit like that? Mr. Power's pretty tall. As soon as I saw there was no way he could wear it to let me go. I guess I'll be in the murderer. Anyway, know this whipsnapper. This old lady never gets a slight insult. You weren't getting any information out of me. My lips are sealed. You sure talking or not for someone with sleep leels? Sorry now. 1, 2, 3. That ain't too much. I'm about to catch you, saw. If I see him again, I'm taking him down. Nick? Look at those, you serious? At the director dan, dus hier aan de deur te houden. If I see him again, I'll take him down. Nick? I think he's losing it. Security guard station. I can see the computer and the security phone. Hey, no touching. I'm gonna visit there later. Oh, hey, kid. Hey, wait! Oh, but he came right into that rain. Kiddo, what's your name, sport? I'm not a kid, so don't talk to me like that. Huh? But you are a kid! You rude little brat. There's no way to talk to an adult. You see an adult, you hippie fashion chick. Ha! Hippie fashion? Nee, I think I'm being mocked. Get into Maya, she's pretty sharp. Pretty mad. I'm Cody Hackins. I'll be kidding you again, and I'll put you down like a stand, evildoer. So, you're a fan of the Steel Samurai. How dare you utter the name evildoer? What do you mean? We're on the Steel Samurai side. I'm going for a week. Okay, that was the last line said by the innkeeper in episode 8. Easy, like some fries with that. Not bad, kiddo. Watch it. What are you doing? Say, you heard anything about the incident the other day? You were here, weren't you? Did you see anything? Always. The silver always wins. Always. Yeah, I saw him. I saw everything. Ha! But no way I'm telling you, losers. Wait. Let me go. He's gone. Huh? Something fell off the table when he bumped into his way out. A bottle? Why was this sitting there? I wonder. And the bottle. Found on the table on the employer at the label reading sleeping pills. Anyway, what's the kid saying? He saw everything. We will do it within the weekend. We didn't waste any time calling either. Talk about cause and effect. Nothing new, I guess. Maybe you know about the sleeping pills. Not the pen with the little. Oh, you're staring at it like that? Huh? Hij is de oven weg. Wat te liever post. Hey! Dat was er! Stop! Let's snapper. Yeah, sometimes she's chasing after the ball. Nudge! Uh-oh, she tripped. But yeah, sure looks happy. Hey, Nick, now's your chance. Let's check out the guard station. Waar is die? Oh, is it Nick? Een trailer key. Key to the trailer studio too. Won't be boring this, right Nick? Are we gonna help her? Oh, I assume not. Slide to the left. Wonder if the key on both from the garage will work. It's opened! Gate! Let's go, Nick. You got the sun. Oh, you first, Nick. Not that eager. October 18, Studio 2 trailer. I assume you're the magnificent magical producer that took this place off the ground. I assume. Eek! Someone's in here. Names. Our names? Willpower's lawyers and I see. Who are you? Quest, the producer. She's quite beautiful. I was wondering if you could tell me about the day of the murder. Mr. Smith's first quest? Script. Excuse me? Script. I'm looking for a script. A script? Monsieur Samurai, episode 13. I need it. Could we ask you a bit about the day of the murder? I need to read it. I'm getting nowhere first. Would you really like to ask about the Samurai? This first quest? It's on TV every week. That's all I have to say about that. Nick! Stand is good to watch TV. Never. Don't get mad at me. About the director, Seth Manel, was it? What exactly is his role here? Perhaps I didn't make myself clear. I'm looking for a script. I can't be bothered with anything else. Hey, can you all people in the Eastern business this weird? I'm weird, but or something look like it. Nick, let's get out of here. Someplace else we have to check? Wait. Yes? If you see him on Hella, give him this. Maybe I've seen you around. I don't think I like her. Don't cry, she take this again as a sign of weakness. Alright, I'll give it to him if you see. We're not talk or still skip 13. Looks like they were designed the set to use for the still samurai show. They've got some figures and how much the set costs. We've spent so much money on the set. Another old movie poster singing Samurai starring Jack Hammer. What the hell do samurai sing about? Chopping off heads? Oh my god. That movie was the best! It's about the samurai sings his way to fame and fortune. Mr. Hammer was a very accomplished singer, you know? Am I an accomplished singer? No. Singing Samurai starts next. What's next? Ninja Ballad? Samurai Summer starring Jack Hammer. This poster's quite old. Wow, it's been years since I saw the show. That's one of those typical summer romance stories. That was great. Typical summer romance with a samurai and a horse. Old movie poster, Dynamite Summer, starring Jack Hammer. I guess Mr. Hammer used to be quite the star. This is why they had the meeting. Here are documents and paper cups scattered around. Nothing here, but it could be a clue. Some paper cups and a couple documents. Class is forced to CEST, falling to October. Dimming in daylight makes it feel like winter is coming. I guess that's everything we get. I guess we go and talk to our director. Now, I want to move. I have something for you. Here, that is from the producer. Maybe the sketch from episode 13? Episode 13, where did I put that one? I must have left that somewhere. Oh, yes, it's important if I don't find it. It might be quicker to just look in all the places where you'd likely to have been. Okay. If you've been the producer, then you should be in... not in here. Around here somewhere. Oh, I saw that that'd be my guess. Okay, oh, this sold out. It's a bag. It's a food. It's a vent. Is it in here then? Oh, here, look. There's a bunch of snacks on the table. They must give this to the report. Hey, Nick! What now? The snacks, there were twice as much here before. I eat them. They were past their expiration date anyway. Full. Spijnig lippetje te very. I thought the script was laying back behind it. So the script is not here. Any idea what the script could be, Mr. Smartass? No, I don't want to go here. He was here, and since I don't hear, I went to a meeting. You could have been a meeting. So you went to outside Studio 1 into Studio 2. Let's go for a drive. Sure, I've had a license. Nick, you don't have a driver license? Look at this. Why are you showing me your attorney's badge, Nick? Okay, I put the most clean as Mars. Like 2 people on the left place. Takes 2 stakes around here. Hey, there's always room for steak, but what? I don't know. This feels odd. Props for decoration. Is it not here? Huh? Is it back then in like Studio 1? It's a bench. So that's being Studio 1 then, right? Did he go to Studio 1? We're back at the scene of the crime. That's why we need to get out of here quick, Nick. I think I need that. Hey, look! There's the chair the director sits in. I want to sit on one of these. The director. Oh yeah. Take a look around the chair for me, would you? Remember the script the director was talking about? Did he say he left it somewhere? Howdy, Nick! Script! Good work. The cover reads episode 13. Can I read it? Can I read it? I want to read it. Oh. I'm not allowed to read it. Was he looking for that? Oh, that's inside. No. No, no, no. Studio main gate. Let's move to outside studio. Now, let's move to studio main gate. Let's move to outside studio. Red employee area. Let's move inside the dressing room and present you with the script. Find your script. What? Thanks. So, I don't know. The woman should be praised when you bring them to the toilet. Do you think you can just take it down to me? Thank you. That was really that scary. Ah, she's really not normal. You ain't gonna tell me that's a creep. So, back to Studio 2. I'm gonna make a save point before the case court starts because it's getting late. Outside Studio 1. Outside Studio 2. I have something for you. Here, find your script. Ik heb dat today for us. You're not going to talk to us? Quiet. I'm reading. Get your fault, almost a big are you? Who do you think you are anyway? I don't even know who you are. Powers lawyers. Right. I'm a suspect. No, it's just not about. You wanted to know about the day of the murder. Yes? Anything you could tell us would be a big help. You know there was a meeting here at noon. That's what the director and people from the network. Correct. Now listen closely. None of these people in the trailer didn't have to move to Studio 1. It was impossible for us to leave. If it's impossible, why? The path was blocked. Oh yeah, the tree flew over. The path? I'm not interested. What do I have to show then? I'm not interested. I'm not interested. I'm not interested. Not interested. Not interested. Not interested. Not interested. So to present something. On the day of the murder, the path that leads here was blocked. You saw Mr. Monkey on the way here, correct? Mr. Monkey? A monkey with a broken head. Alright, that. I don't read your name. Its head fell over in the wind on the day of the murder. It didn't start moving the head out the way until after 3. So after 4 by the time the path was unlocked. Peace? Everyone in this trailer was stuck here until the path was cleared. During this trailer, 6 minutes after 4. Remember died at 2:30. There's none of us could have done the Studio 1. What? Well, it's true. The cane came just after 3 to move the head. They got some people in to clear the way. I'm sure they corroborated my story. Oh wait, what if they had fall over after 2:30? Then you could have gone to Studio 1. 2:30 the time of death. Very well, come. That's Mr. Monkey. And it wasn't broken nonsense timing. Oops. 1 ook per hour. 1 ook. Always with the ooking. The monkey after all. Jacket's head. The clock inside stopped when I broke. Nick? It stopped at 2:15. 15. That's right. The path was blocked from 2:15 to after 4. Therefore we're innocent. This time to Studio 2:30. See? Goodbye. What do we do, Nick? There isn't anyone besides his willpower who can kill Hammer. It's over. We're finished. sure doesn't look good. Guess we should head back to one of the office and plan out a strategy. Now what? We're fresh out of clues. Everyone's alibis is water tight. We don't even have a promise on lead. This is looking pretty grim. It's a little early for this film, did you think? Huh? We've got one lead. Me, yeah. You took you so long. Sorry, Phoenix. My yes, Robert contact me unless she's really in trouble. Right, oh wait, I guess. It means we're really in trouble. I'd say so. You mean, we have one lead. A boy, of course. Yes, I myself. Ah! But no, I'm telling you, losers. I don't know, he didn't sound like he's going to tell us all. I'm sure you can find a way to bring him over to your side. Either way, we should go back to the studios. Waste our last hope, Phoenix. Thanks, I'm more worried than I was before. Let's do best here. We get to the studio and talk to that boy. I don't have enough information to get yet. I've heard that face before. Yeah, that's where Maya got it from. Alright, you're taking breathing. Okay, let's hold back, calm down. What's wrong? Whip snapper. For this whole time. When was I gonna catch hostage now, whip snapper? Oh, hostage? What happened to the boy? Let's see him again. I'll lay him flat. I'm find an old lady. Actually, I met with the director just now. Huh? My heart? I don't feel so good. Before I go, I'd like to visit the place where poor Emma died. Yeah, she was saying she wanted to visit the city where he died. What's this about a hostage? When that boy was running away? He dropped this. He come back for this one. Hard to understand what the perfect. Phoenix, the hostage might be what we need. Well, you might talk to us if you gave him that. Not provide nope! Guessing that perhaps I have less thing I do. Phoenix? You're thinking you might trade with her? Trade, Wonder. Can I trade something? You have to have. Oh wait, the key. Or the sleeping pills. That's the keys. This whole bag. I'm wanting this, so just Okay. Just to be sure to give it back. Not to know she's exhausted. Hey, that! Oof! That's a card! Oof! Studio 1? Alright, the card key to Studio 1. A good visit for Hammer. I like the visit. He died where was his fan. If your own card misses all back. Studio 1 is at my turf. Let me borrow it then. If I have the card key, then we'll be able to get in Studio 1. I'm gonna keep it. Sorry, we have our own investigation to do. Let this be out of the port. I have to give it that. I have to give it. Did you hear portal things? I guess I can hurt you, Mr. Oldback. 10.000. Waarom K3? Why K3? Why? Listen to me, Sonny. I don't like having debates on wisp snappers. You take this and we're even. Deal? Hello, hamster. Hello, Neo. And why are we singing K3? Why? I think a kid dropped it. I think it's pretty important to him too. Thank you, I'm even huge for this. Fine, now it's live. Am I doing singing K3? Oh, I am not doing Just Dance, so that you know. I don't have some request. Start sweating intensely. Still some right card added to the court record. A drain card. Apparently this is a really popular kids these days. Right, I'm off. I guess we have to find that kid. Hey! Hey you, wait a sec. But how's life? Phoenix, was that the boy? Yeah, his name's Cody Hackins. I think he ran into the dressing room. With the director, with that creep? He's sure to be here somewhere. Thank you. Damn it! He's getting away. Come back. There, he's back. How did you... Hey there, would you mind helping us out? Please. I'm Cody. I'm Cody and Mia. Mia Faye. Nice to meet you. Yo! My name's Phoenix Wright. Quest! Phoenix, you can take it from here. I'm not so sure I'm qualified. Steel Samurai is so cool. I think I'm the bomb. What would a lamer like you know about the Steel Samurai? Hey, watch that attitude. Phoenix, you really shouldn't yell like that. He's only a kid. Yeah, don't yell like that. I'm only a kid. So, do you know anything about what happened here? Could you tell me, please? I don't know nothing. Looks like a little persuasion is necessary. Maybe a bribe? I have your trading cards. Nah, 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 nah. Cody, this looks familiar. Huh? You are, huh? You know, ultra rare. This card's really hard to get. Man, for a co-op, you sure are done. I'll give you this if you help me. But that's my card. Huh? Offering you something I already knew. In fact, schooling the very basic of our consumer society, namely the principle of fair trade. And for a co-op, you're sure dumb. What do they teach these kids at school these days? Quantum physics? Whatever, I don't need those cards. Huh? I got a double. Just keep it. It's yours. What? En wat ben je in de troubles? You want really trade? Find me really rare card. Really rare? You mean there's something rare than ultra rare? Ultra rare premium cards are already rare than plain ultra rare cards. Come on. I'm for gross, you're sure dumb. Premium rare? I don't feel like we're talking about stakes. I want to find a premium rare card. Why the heck to find a premium rare card? The director. The director. The boss, producer. I don't know. Probably somewhere around here. Or maybe. Is it by boss? Yeah, Mr. Pause. I guess Mr. Pause is questioning. Oh well. Let's try again another day, Phoenix. God damn it. Damn it, I thought I had it. What do I find? An ultra rare. No, rare. I'm even confused. And I'm playing this game. But there's one people I probably should try out. I knew I was right. Oh, hi. No, it's really you here. Oh, well, I had to arrange some stuff. Yes? Then go with you. Doesn't she seem a little different? Like she's even the same person as before? No, she's the same as always. Same as always. Okay, whatever you say. Have you seen that boy since then? Nope. You missed it though. The security lady was chasing around after the boy so fast I thought she collapsed. Of course she got away in the end. Boy, was she mad. Actually, we saw them. How's the old Windback doing? She was squeezing notice to her clenched fist back at the guard station. Some people take their jobs a little too serious. Are these all posters on the wall here of Hammer? Yes, it's really a terrible loss for the studios. But this popularity had been waning recently, right? That's true. Then again, after what happened. After what happened? You mean you don't know about Hammer? No? Well, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said anything. Now you're gonna tell me! Hey, listen. You're gonna tell me or you ain't leaving this trailer alive. Wait, then what happened to, with Hammer? I'm sorry. I'm probably not the one who should tell you. Oh, why do I get the feeling something's being covered up here? Do you have... Hey, this is Steel Samurai training card. I collect this actually. I'm going to with a complete set. Complete set? Yeah, a set of one of each card. Wait. That's it! That's the card I need. You don't know I'm looking for it. I don't care what kind of girl you might think I'm in. I need that card. Please, I beg you. Please trade with me. Trade with you? Yes, this is a trade card. Look, I'll even trade you an ultra rare premium card. Yes, it's a good idea. Oh yeah, ultra rare. Please. Phoenix, can't you see she's desperate? Wait, what have I so excited about? Okay. Really? Thanks. That's for you. An ultra rare premium card. Yahoo! And there she goes. Doesn't doing good things like you like that make you feel great? Yeah, it does. I actually expected I shouldn't expect the director or the producer to be here. Hey, little kids, come out wherever you are. I have some little candy for you. See this card? So, wait, that's it. That's the last ultra rare premium card I need. Come on, give it to me, please. You gotta give it to me. Oh, no, she's so eager. Right, okay, how about 3? Here, run! I give you a samurai soup, bear and a throne and evil massacre to the bush. Oh, no, not that kind of trade. But I want cards. I want information. Huh? Sure, fine by me. Ultra rare premium card, give to Cody. Okay, Phoenix, let's hear what he has to say. If he knows something that could help us, you can have him take the stand for more. So, you like the Steel Samurai? He's so cool, I guess. Don't judge him by his looks. You have to look at his action and his life. Maybe he lashed on life by a great schooler. Like him too, don't ya? Obi? Yeah. I love the Steel Samurai. So, tell me what's your favorite thing about the Steel Samurai is. I want to think of something. I like it when he vanquishes foes. Yeah, with them. Steel Samurai always wins. Always. Check this out, it's my fan album. What the? It's all pictures of the Steel Samurai. I go to every live performance. Oh, it's a publicity stunt for the beat shot of the public. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. What's that? Got them all. I never miss one. A perfect collection. Check it out, a new digital camera. Oh, that's very impressive. New model, isn't it? You bet, lady, I just got it for my birthday. My album has a name. Wanna hear it? The Steel Samurai Back to Glory. Samurai always wins. Always. Hey, if you want this, you can have it, lady. Really? Are you sure? Yeah, I took this with the digital camera. But all the data at home, so I can always make another one. Well, then I'm happy to accept. Thank you. Back to Glory. Not that people always give me stuff to me, yeah. Whole life. You were here on the day of the incident, right? Yeah. Did you see anything unusual? Cody? Cody needs to know because he's fighting for justice. Isn't that what Steel Samurai's motto? For great justice? You have to help us fight for great justice too. I saw everything. Cody, I need to ask you something very important. What did you see on the day of the incident? I got here the day around 2. I had to come in through the woods at the back, so the old lady wouldn't see me. I got kinda lost though, so I went here for maybe half an hour or so. Then I finally got to the studio. After that... What is it, Cody? The Steel Samurai killed the bad guy. He used his samurai spear. Just like always. One shot, one kill. It happened so fast, I got scared. I went home after that. I see, it was hard for you. Man, you say those nice things, but so obviously you aren't speaking from the heart. Alright. Yeah? Yes? I think if it's for sure that means Steel Samurai did it. True enough. And that the director has an alibi, so it wasn't him. Indeed. So the only person left with invincible powers. I admit, it's kind of a shock. But if you put this boy on a witness stand, your client will be guilty for sure. Let's call him then. I think that would be wise, but best to leave this one alone. Not so fast, pal. I heard everything. This warrior is a key witness, and he's under police protection starting now. Come on, son. You've got a rendezvous with me down at the Twitct. No, I ain't going. Ah! Oh, there goes well. We're back to 0 leads. And now we have a serious handicap in court. What are we to do, Mia? I really need to be going. Don't worry, Phoenix. I'm sure you'll be fine. Oh, whoa. Come to the trial tomorrow, please. I need you there. Phoenix, can I ask you something? You really believe that Mr. Powers is innocent? I believe. Of course he is. That's all I wanted to hear. Excellent. I'll see you in court then. Great. Thanks, Mia. See you soon. Oh look, it's an ABC Live. What are you coming to do here? We get a little quick insight. I'm actually gonna end here because I have to shave, take a shower. I'm gonna end my stream here. I have to get up tomorrow. I have to also shave and take a shower. Yeah, I have to get up once again early in the morning. So, I thank you all for watching. If you like what you saw, please leave an... yeah, oh wait, I'm not recording for YouTube. I wanna say, please leave a comment down below, subscribe. If you like what you see, I stream often on Wednesday and Saturday around 7 PM CET or CEST. If it depends on the summer. Comment, yeah, comment down below. Comment. So, if you're watching this from my vlog YouTube, above in the screen for now for the first time you can see my socials. So if you're interested, I stream every Wednesday and Saturday around 7 PM. This is taken right from Twitch. So if you want to, sure, my Discord is in the description down below. Also, if you do !Discord. Yeah, I've put all my socials on top, and on the bottom, follower, subscriber and dono are visible. You know, they can read that and I can blur it out, huh? But I can say, oh, thanks for watching, and I will see you all next Saturday around 7 PM. It's not wrong. You know, my people are English, so they can understand you. So. Goodbye.